music is loud.
I said it's like that. Drop one classic, came right back. Another classic, right back. My next album, the whole industry on the ice pack. With TOC, you see the flames in my EY.
Welcome back, YouTube. It's Mr. Crunch 215, and yes, I'm reporting live. But today, I got a little video for you guys today. A little interesting topic that I just discovered a couple days ago, and I decided to make a video on it. This topic is about Oprah Winfrey running for the presidency in the year 2020, which is coming up very soon, which ultimately means she could take Trump out of the presidency and out of the White House. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, smash the like, smash the comment, and please turn on post notifications on. But without further ado, we will get into this video right now. So, you know, as I've been doing my research, as I've been doing, you know, a bit of this, a bit of that, I don't really know too much about Oprah Winfrey, but I do know that she's well known. I know that she's, how can I say it? She's popular. She's well established. She had her own business, TV shows, and I know that she's, you know, first and foremost a woman, an African American woman, and she would be the first female black president to be in the White House. So her running for president would be a shock to everybody. It would be a interesting thing, just like Barack Obama first getting into the office. It would be an interesting thing. So I have some pros and cons on, you know, about her if she was to be in the presidency and everything else like that. Me personally, I don't really have an opinion on it. I just wanted to make a video about it because I thought it was interesting. Me personally, I don't get into the politics and the Republicans and Democrats and all that stuff like that. But I just thought it was interesting, like I said. So I'm going to read some of the pros and cons about Oprah Winfrey and her consideration in the presidency. So our first pro would be she could actually beat Trump in the 2020 presidency race. And the reason why they're saying that is because Trump is the least popular president in the modern history, and Oprah moving into the White House would mean that Trump would have to move out. The people who disapprove of him would be happy to see that, and for that to happen, he would need to lose someone. Oprah, like Trump, is a celebrity who enters the race with all the fame and name recognition as he did faithfully back in 2015. The difference is that Oprah will bring a device message that Trump did. This could make her a competitor and even a victor in 2020 presidency. Let's go to a con. Now, a con would be she has no relevant experience, meaning she has no experience in the political world. And what they're saying about that is that's because she's a celebrity and media personality. Though Oprah would enter the presidency with the same problem as Trump did, she has no experience in the government and at any level. The chaotic beginning with Trump's presidency is an indication that too many people that next America needs to know who steadies the ship. Basically, it's like celebrity versus celebrity. People feel as though that anybody can try to run for president, and if you're a celebrity, well known, that you would win. Instead of, like, you know, somebody that went to college and wanted to be a president all their life versus a celebrity that just, you know, worked hard for that celebrityship and work their way up, and then now they have so much buzz and popularity, they think they can just jump out there and run for president and automatically win. Now, another pro for Oprah is she's a uniter, not a divider. What they're saying about that is Trump hasn't backed down from his device style of campaign, whereas Oprah would essentially do the popular opposite of that. Oprah is exceedingly well loved by people across the political spectrum, and based on her previous work, it is likely that she will focus on bringing the country back together. That's self-explanatory. Basically, she's she likes to bring people together. She likes for people to work together. Black, white, green, orange, yellow, anything in that nature. She's a well-respected woman that brings people together. Now, let's go to a con. Now, people are saying that they don't know where she stands on the issues around the world. Now, the reason why they're saying that is Oprah has voted for Republicans and Democrats in the past, and no one knows where she exactly stands on issues. With experienced publicans, You can look back to see their voting records to see which way they might go. With Oprah, you'll like to make an educated guess off her history. This could mightily pay or mightily disappoint for some people who elect her. Basically, listen, she is in her own world. If she likes this person, whether it's a Democrat or Republican, she votes for him. Whether she like this person or this person, she feels as though the best person should be in the office, whether you're Democrat or Republican. That's basically what that's saying. So basically, don't nobody know where her head is, and that's how life really should be. You shouldn't let nobody know what you're thinking or how you're thinking. Sometimes. Now, a pro. She did run a successful business empire. And what they're saying for that is for someone who ran a success as a business person, Trump has a lot of failure in business. Oprah, on the other hand, fought her way up from poverty to being one of Forbes' richest self-made women. This displays grit. I'm sorry. This displays grit and dedication. To name a few things, she is a CEO now, and she has a managerial experience. So she's a CEO, she's a manager, she's the top dog, she's this, she's that. Like I said, she got all the pulls. She knows how to work hard. She knows how to run a business, but can she run the world? That's what people are saying. Now, a con, there could be secrets. Now, there could be secrets. And when I read this about the secrets, once you are under the spotlight, once you're under the bright lights, everybody wants to know your whole life story. Everybody wants to know this. Everybody wants to know that. Everybody wants to know the scandals. Everybody wants to know what are you actually doing behind closed door, so they can bring it into the public, so they can down you, so they can do this, they can do that, and everything else like that, like Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods, all that stuff like that. And what they say to that is, after years in the public eye and in front of a camera, the opposition research will continue on Oprah as well as after she is elected. Her background and for all those hours of tape would be subject to a totally new level of scrutiny. And you never know where a huge scandal could be hiding. So that's basically trying to get into her business. Another pro for Oprah Winfrey, she would represent a different face of America. I think that's just because she's to be the first black woman elected as a president. In terms of her identity politics, Oprah represents everything that Trump is not. She's experienced poverty. She's a woman. She's black. In many ways, her persistent would look like a changing of the guards. So, like I said, first black woman in the presidency, in the White House, and everything else like that, the world would go right upside down. But I really think it'll be a good help, though. Let's go to another con. It might not help America's perception on the world stage. Let's see what they say about this. In many countries, the presidency is a largely role held by a much beloved politician and cultural figure who doesn't really have much executive power. The U.S. is not one of those countries. The president is the person who the rest of the world leaders interact with. And after 4 years of having Trump family flying around the world to meet various foreign ambassadors, it would probably be better for the America's image if those people could switch back to meeting with a president who is more of a peer and counterpart. Basically, what I'm getting from that is I think the world would want to meet with Oprah more than Trump. I think they're saying Oprah is more of a no, I'm sorry. Scratch that. I think that they will want to meet not specifically with Trump, but more of a male figure as a president. I don't think they would take Oprah as serious as they would take a male figure as a president. Let's go to another pro. She's proved her dedication to making people's lives better. Let's see what they say about this. Oprah's entire career has been about empowering people. From her book club to her discussions about body positivity, her main goal was simply to improve lives of down people in America. That might not be a terrible thing. So basically, the only thing they can say about her is that she's a people person. She knows how to work hard and everything else like that. Another con, she doesn't have a great record with science. I don't know what they mean about this, so let's read about it. Oprah hasn't exactly been shy about promoting those people. Claims go directly against science and medicine, like Dr. Oz Deepak Chopra, Dr. Phil, and Jimmy McCarthy. Trump has already given the country an extremely anti-scientific presidency so far. The world doesn't need any more people who have never been okay with the anti-vaccine sentiment in the public office. That went right over my head. I don't know what to say about that. Let's go to a pro. The glass ceiling will be broken. Various polls have shown that America is ready for a female president, and man, it would be great to see that happen. Last but not least, our last con. I hope y'all guys stuck with me through this whole video. I just really thought this was interesting. But if you did stick with me through the whole video, I appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button, please. But at what cost will we take if Oprah is in the presidency? If Oprah won, then we'll finally have a female president. But she would have one. No, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I got it right. I'm sorry. But she would have one based on her fame, not her years of experience as a public service, on her hard works in politics. If Oprah won, she would take the position of the first female president away from women like Sens Kalamia Harris and take the female president away from women like Sens Kalamia Harris, Elizabeth Warren, who could run for who would have ran for president on the strength of their qualifications and their history of fighting for progressive causes, rather than on the blunt force of their fame. There would be a lot to consider if Oprah did decide to run for president. Thankfully, there's plenty of time before 2020 arrives. Now, with all that being said, I mean, that's just some pros and cons. I know there are a million more pros and cons about Oprah and her running for presidency, but like from what I get from this, I really think it's going to be celebrity versus celebrity for the next 20 to 50 years. Hey, if anybody can run for president nowadays, we don't know what kind of president we're going to have the next 4 to 8 years. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, please drop a comment, drop comments below if you have any thoughts on this. And we can start a discussion in the comment section. But it's Mr. Crunch 215, and I'm signing out, y'all. Peace.